She awoke early the next morning, before either of her parents could. She had an awful nightmare the night before, pertaining to a scary young boy in white appearing and disappearing into a thick fog that had rolled around her like smoke. She was then attacked by what looked like a black werewolf with flashing white eyes and fangs before she then jolted awake, as though she had fallen backwards in the air. She certainly wasn't going to fall back asleep anytime soon, and so she decided to get started on her day. She quietly got dressed and quickly ate a small breakfast, consisting of a banana and some rice she heated up in the microwave, and finally went out into the chilly early morning to face the day. She was about to walk down the sidewalk when she remembered the cat the night before, and went out into the street to check for dark crimson splatters. But she didn't see any at all, and she thought she could have been wrong, and the blood was somewhere else entirely. She didn't want to stick around, though, in the case that the cult girl was watching, so with a rushed pace, she walked down the sidewalk until she ended up back in town. Her prerogative was to return to the library and make more progress on her research paper. She looked forward to walking through the doors into warmth from the chilly outdoors and crisp cold winds. She also thought about buying herself a hot chocolate and pastry if her breakfast wasn't enough. Giddiness made her heart warm, and she continued on her way, and as soon as she saw the intricately designed large carved wooden and glass doors, she bounded through them with barely contained excitement and immediately greeted the library, who in turn greeted her warmly. She made for her usual table, which was next to a window and slightly secluded from other people. As she collected the books of interest, she settled down and began continuing to work on her draft and zoned out the rest of the early library goers. Until the afternoon, she decided to head to the cafe in the library and purchase the hot chocolate and pastry she planned on getting earlier. She enjoyed the warmth seeping into her hands from the little cup and the bagged pastry, and she slightly hummed on the way back to her seat. However, she paused when she saw her stack of marked notebook paper in complete disarray and scattered all out of order on the table. She peered around with narrowed eyes at all the people sat at the other tables, but became vexed when no one even looked her way. It didn't seem like anyone realized something was amiss, or probably even cared.